Hello, this is Thomas Donald Jacobs for Paperboys on Thursdays, and I know it's been a while, but things have been pretty busy here between work and my dissertation and my basement flooding. Literally, my basement flooding, not, the good way my basement flooded. But I've been at the American Indian Workshop's annual conference this past week, and the topic this year is the sovereign erotic. And it reminded me that I had intended to post a 1 year update following my simple metoidioplasty that I had this time last year. Well, in June. So it's been a year and a month. And I thought that I would talk about sex post-op. So that's what I'm going to do here. And this ain't porn. It's meant to be educational, maybe a little fun. And if that's not your cup of tea and you're put off by talk of sex and penises and whatnot, then feel free to click away. That's fine. It's not everybody's thing. But please don't flag this. I'm really just past the point of caring about other people's hangups. You have the option to go. So if it's not your thing, just go. Okay? So sex post simple meta. Well, I have not been having a great deal of sex post-meta, unfortunately, because of the fucking plague. It's difficult even to get to Antwerp to see my long-term partner. But when I have, and we've had time, it's been really good. A lot of my dissociation, which came from, on the one hand, my body dysphoria, and on the other, PTSD as a result of sexual abuse and trauma, has, really dissipated. I don't even really mind vaginal sex as much as I did before. I over the course of my transition had learned to enjoy it more, but I still had moments where, especially if I were on top and looked down, I would just kind of start to freak a bit and get that weird bullshit, floaty, I don't want to be here anymore feeling, which is a bummer when you're trying to engage with someone else on an intimate level. And which would also occasionally happen to me even if I was having sex by myself. That seems to have pretty much gone away, and that's fantastic. I can do without that. So that's really a lot better for me. I think maybe just the act of having the surgery and taking control of what my body looks like and putting some distance between what my body looked like when I was being abused and myself now really helped. That's not going to be a remedy for everyone, obviously. That's, probably if you're not trans or NB, you should probably handle that in a different fashion than surgery. I don't know, but that's up to you. But that would be my advice. Surgery is not a small thing, and there are risks. So consider. But for me, that's really helped. It has really helped, and on a more practical level, it's made oral sex a lot easier. Now, I know that there are cis men out there who do give great head um, to female-bodied people. But in my experience, they are also few and far between. And in the gay community, least said, soonest mended. It is much easier for my partner to perform oral sex on me now. There's no confusion about where things are. And also, the sensation has vastly improved. So that's been really good, whether it's oral sex or vaginal penetration in my case, both much better, albeit for different reasons, but much better. And when it comes to time on my own, I find that I can make more effective use of the various things that are on the market than I could previously. Now, if you're like naturally endowed, or you had some growth as a result of hormone therapy, some of the toys will work. But I have to say, like, post Metoidioplasty, in my experience, they now work better. So some of the things that have worked for me, and which continue to work for me, this is one of the Satisfyer Pro models, and it provides both suction and vibration. And because it's got this cup shape to it, depending on how you use it, you can also stimulate yourself further back as well. It is, while in theory supposed to be like very soft on a clitoris, because it's got this very soft tip to it. It's not hard. I find, especially now being post-beta, that this can actually sometimes be a little painful. I would definitely recommend using a little bit of lubricant with it if you are going to use one of these. And not to press too hard. Certainly I can slip it over the end of my penis, but trying to force it down doesn't feel great. So a little bit of caution perhaps, but still really good. Also holds a charge really, really well. Once it's fully charged, you can use it quite a bit before you will have to recharge it. So a good product. Then there are the masturbation sleeves, which are often marketed to transmasculine individuals. Mostly, I guess the most common two are the Buck Off and the Blue Valentine. Now, I have had both. I no longer have the Buck Off because it melted. I did not store it properly. And I haven't replaced it because of... I have mixed feelings about Buck Angel. Really mixed feelings. Maybe I'll do a blog, or vlog, rather, about that sometime in the future. But yeah, problematic, to say the least. But this Blue Valentine has lasted me several years and works now much better than it did before. I think I just didn't have enough growth to really use it. It didn't ever really stick on me, and it's so soft and squishy that it was very easy to just pull it off. Um, how you use it? Quite simple. Turn it inside out and fold it like that down over yourself, and it will stick on pretty well now. And I also haven't found that I need a lot of additional lubricant with this because it is very soft and squishy. And then lastly, this is a sleeve from GenderCat, and that is the trans-owned and operated business that produced my prosthetic. And it is a penis-shaped masturbation sleeve, and it has the fascination sleeve that they produce in the back. You can see that this is ridged. If you see liquid in there, don't worry. It's not, I washed this, okay? It's not what you think. This has a major advantage from my point of view. I like being able to look down and see what looks like a penis in my hand while I am playing with myself. That is a wonderful experience, and not just in my hand, but in my fist. Most trans guys and trans masc people post-meta, I am going to say with a fair degree of certainty, are not using their fist. All right? It's more like 2 or 3 fingers. All right. Meta is wonderful. Meta is not a miracle. Okay, you have to have realistic expectations when it comes to what size you are going to be afterwards. That's just how it is. They can't make tissue that is not there. They can only work with what is already there. It doesn't actually add length. It just unburies what you have. That is all. So I find this really good. For transmasc people and NBs who are not into the aesthetic of penis, they also make a version that is just like a cylinder. There's no shaping to it, none of that. So also still a really great product, whichever version that you get, basically. Now, they do offer the fascination sleeve in different diameters, and post-meta, you may need to get a larger size. This one, at the moment, is actually a little bit painful. I can't quite fit it all the way on without a little discomfort. Not bragging, just saying. And it doesn't have the flexibility of the Blue Valentine, which you can see is quite squishy. You can turn it inside out, blah, blah, blah. This one is a lot firmer, so to like get it on, if it's not properly sized, is a lot more difficult. So that's something to consider. Maybe if you're going to get one of these and you're just coming up on your surgery, if you're having meta, wait until after. All right? And that was it. I think that was everything that I had to say off the top of my head about having sex post simple metoidioplasty. And I hope that that was useful. If you have any questions, please be sure to ask them. I will do my best to answer them as honestly and completely as I am comfortable doing. Okay? And in the meantime, this ain't over. No matter what people are acting like, it's not over yet. You gotta just check the numbers coming out. It's not over. So wash your hands, wear a mask, keep your distance, and for the love of God, please get vaccinated. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.